following gameplay commentary is rated X for extreme. Viewer discretion is advised.
What is going on, guys? Samson here, back again, and I would like to welcome you to Now You Know Map Tactics, a series helping you get familiar with the maps here in Black Ops 3. Now, without further ado, let's get into some lines of sight. Now, we're going to start here in the A domination zone, and before we get into any lines of sight, I just want to point out this tree here, because I have seen so many people hiding behind this tree. They like to go prone. As you can see, you can go beside the tree, go prone. You're going to be super hidden back here. Now, that is super reliable if you're like calling in a Hellstorm missile or something like that. But other than that, that is a pretty campy little place. So beware of those guys, and beware of the little bush Wookiees. They like to hide in these little bushes here. Now, moving on, as we move into lines of sight here, we do have a crate here. This is going to be good for anybody pushing up from that B domination point. You're going to be able to pick them off from here. Now, moving on to other lines of sight, I like to use these cars. This sports car in particular, beautiful line of sight over towards that garage area or the kitchen area as you look through the windshield and the window there. I also like to use this van here. You can kind of manipulate yourself, and you can also look underneath it by going prone. That's going to keep you pretty much hidden and keep you out of the enemy's sights. Now, next up, we have this strange little statue here. You can jump up into the statue. It's going to give you plenty of cover, nice little line of sight towards that dining room area, the kitchen, and things like that. You can also go on the other side here. It's going to give you nice little lines of sight. Just keep in mind that you are open towards that little robotics factory there. Now, moving on, we have these two trucks. Once again, you can get up in the back of them. It's going to give you a little bit of cover, nice little line of sight over towards the kitchen. You can kind of pick people off as they come from B-Dom. I also like to, once again, you can go prone and look underneath them. So put that to good use. You can do that in this truck as well, get in the back of it. Anybody coming from the B-Dom, you're going to have the height advantage as well as some cover. And once again, you can go prone, take a look around, catch people, shoot them in the foot if you have to, whatever you got to do to get those kills. Now, the only other thing I want to point out is these little side rails here. Now, it's a little difficult to do sometimes, but you can jump up on the side rails, and then it's going to give you a nice little peek, nice little head glitch, I guess you could say. So make that, put that to good use, I guess you could say. And the next spot I want to show you is just this spot right here. This is a little spot I've seen so many people just camping here. They listen for you coming through that robotics factory, and you come through here and they just pick you off. So watch out for those guys. What I like to do, though, is actually just jump up on this wall here and then give a peek over the rock. You're going to be able to catch people as they're coming from the robotics factory there. So they're not usually looking up there. They're usually, looking over towards the flag area or by the trucks here. Now, next little spot I want to bring to your attention is just this little planter here. Instead of just going rushing up there and then chances are getting killed, I like to hang back here, let people come to me. They're going to come boosting by this B domination point, so you're going to be able to pick them off nice and easy. And we also have these trees here. Now, first of all, it's a great little spot where you can just kind of boost up, give a little peek-see. But as you can see here, this wall only goes halfway up the trees. So while you're over here, you can actually just kind of boost up and shoot down through the trees. And you might be able to catch some people unaware or get a nice little jumping snipe shot. So put that to good use. Other than that, we do have a fireplace, which I see a lot of people trying to use here. Keep in mind that anybody boosting up here is going to have, like, your number. You're not going to last too long. But other than that, beware of the bush Wookiees. Once again, you can, well, it's not letting me. There we go. You can go prone, hide in bushes and stuff like that. So beware of those guys. I don't recommend hiding behind these two blocks. A lot of people push up here and try to counter that position there. I don't really recommend it. They're not too safe, but nonetheless, they are lines of sight. So, put those to use. Now, as we move into the robotics factory, there's not really too much. All we got is pretty much this crate here, so use this crate no matter what direction you're coming from. I've also seen people using the stairs, and they kind of use the little railing here, or they go over on this other side. Sometimes you can be hard to see. People come boosting through here pretty quick, so keep that in mind. Now, moving on, we have this wall here. Of course, you can go to either side. It's going to give you a nice little head glitch. And I've also seen people come up here, climb on the rocks and kind of look over. It's going to give you a nice little head glitch as well, so put that to good use. But also in this back little side path here, the one thing I do want to mention is in between these two trees, you see this broken tree here. It's another one of those great places where you can kind of boost up, get a good little look. You can also toss your nades and your stuns over there. So a good way to kill people on VDOM. I'd also like to point out that all these little walls here, these wire walls, you can run, wall run on the walls there. So just another way to kind of get around. Now, other than that, as far as lines of sight down in this side area here, you pretty much all you have is these rocks. So use these rocks, get to know all the little angles and where you can see and the nice little head glitches. Also use them, like kind of hide behind them, and instead of popping out to the side, just kind of give a boost up. And take a look around and see if you can see anybody, because that's going to be much more effective than just popping around a corner and chances are getting gunned down. So keep some cover, just kind of boost up, take a little peek, take a couple shots, whatever you got to do. But just get familiar with the rocks and know what kind of cover they provide and all the lines of sight in around here, because there's a lot of them. As you can see, you just kind of situate yourself and you got a little bit of protection no matter where you are. But the next place I want to show you, a lot of people like to push up right into this wall, and this is a nice little picture frame by these two little pillars here. So you don't really want to stand here. What I usually do is I'll come back here and boost up on top of this rock, and then once again you can shoot through the trees. So it's going to be a nice counter. Anybody in that top house there, they're not going to see you very well. And instead of pushing up to that wall to counter the people over there, I like to hide behind these yellow barrels, kind of out of the way, so a little bit safer there. Now moving in towards CDOM, once again, not really too much going back here, but once again you can kind of do quick little peeks instead of like going and running blindly around the corners. We got some crates here. They're going to be good to counter people coming from that satellite control room there, or you can get back here anybody that's pushing that C, because a lot of people like the triple cap. So, beware of those. These next spots are going to be really good if people are pushing. Like once again, you can kind of get back here behind these rocks here. Nice little counter spot. Anybody coming from that right or left path, you'll be able to counter them. I've seen people get behind this little rock back here. It's going to limit your prone, like you kind of get prone block. You can't move left or right, but you're pretty hidden back there, so put that to good use. Now, here's another one of those little campy spots where you can call in your predator missiles. As you can see, you can't really go prone when you're back here, but if you move forward a little bit, go prone, you can slide back. You're going to be super hidden, well out of the way, so if you want to call in your predator missiles, or if you're playing capture the flag, you can kind of hide back there. And once again, we do have a truck here, and you can, like I said, get in the back of it, take advantage of the cover that it does provide. You can go prone underneath it and catch people unaware, as you can see there. You could even do so over on this side. Catch people as they're coming from that satellite control room area there. So put that to good use. Now the next site I would like to bring to your attention, a lot of people come up to these rocks. It's a nice little counter, anybody coming from there or camping up by those the wall there. But I like to come up right around this area. You can actually jump up or boost up. It's going to catch people off guard because they're usually staring over, around there. So put that to good use. Now, coming into this control room, once again, all we pretty much have is this crate here. So beware the window. Anybody boosting through that window is going to have your number. But you can use it as a nice little protection. Anybody coming through these doorways here. And you can also use this window here as a nice little check to see if anybody's in the back there before you go bursting through this door. Once again, it's better to be smart than sorry. Now moving here, when you're going through this doorway, just beware, because back there you're going to get a lot of people camping in that bedroom, sniping, and you're a perfect headshot right here. So beware of that. But what you can do to kind of limit that is jump up on this trash can, and then as you can see there, you crouch down. It's going to limit their ability to see you, but you're still going to be able to see them, so hopefully you can pick them off. And moving forward, once again, you want to get to know every single rock, make them your best friend, get to know all the little angles and things like that where you can get cover here, because that's pretty much your only protection as you're moving across this place. So, beware of people coming in the door and everything. Just get used to all the angles. But I like to jump up on top of this rock. Nice little head glitch, nice little counter. People in the bedroom there, you can kind of pop up, pick people coming from that doorway there. But as you can see, a lot of these rocks, they offer lines of sight to B and all that stuff. So, just get to know all the angles and, once again, all those little lines, because once you know all those little lines and all the little nooks and crannies, you're pretty much unstoppable back here. But moving on to a quick little wall run. There's a wall run here. You can go all the way around. Good way to catch people off guard back here. And that wall run does go both ways. You can jump over here and go all the way back around. So that's a nice quick way to get around. Now, next line of sight here is these little railings here. You can actually jump up on the railings. Once again, nice little counter to anybody in that bedroom there. You can actually kind of strafe left and right too. So as opposed to going and crouching and standing up, you can slide left and right. So put that to good use. We've also got these rocks here. I see a lot of people camping behind these rocks, trying to counter those people. So there's some nice little protections for you. Now, as far as a couple more little wall running spots, we got these wall running spots here that you can link up. So you can jump up here, come all the way around here. You know, there's so many wall running capabilities, possibilities. So, you know, watch out for those. You can go from here. You can even run along the front, although you're kind of like in everybody's view from here. So, you know, beware of that. But the one wall run I like to go back here. It's probably going to be your best bet for anybody running flags and stuff like that, is to keep on the outside, hug the outsides. So that's probably my favorite wall run there. You can actually boost right into that window, but I failed it. But yeah, so you got some nice wall runs with those rocks. Now moving into the cabin here, first line of sight is just behind this bar here. This bar is going to be a nice counter. Anybody coming in through that doorway there, or anybody coming in through B-Dom, you're going to be able to catch them off. You got a little bit of cover. I also want to take advantage of these couches here. I've seen a lot of people just go prone. They just kind of wait here. People coming from the garage or up there. You're kind of hard to see. Like, you're easy to pass by down here. So you know, use the couches to your advantage. And keep in mind, we've got these windows here. Now you can throw like EMPs and stuns, and it will affect people on the outside as they're wall running by. So sometimes you can get them to fall off the window and fall to their doom. So that's always cool. Now this pool table, not a lot in protection, but once again, you can go prone. It kind of limits your visibility, makes it a little bit harder for the enemy to see you, so you can put that to good use, anybody coming from the garage and whatnot. Now moving out, once again, we got another car here, so use that for protection. Just keep in mind that these cars do explode when they take enough damage, so beware when you're using the cars as protection. Once again, we got a little wall run here that goes into the kitchen. See a lot of people using that. You can even wall run here. You just got to beware of that light shade there, or that light, because it will knock you off. But moving into the top house here, we got the kitchen, and the first spot is right behind this kitchen counter. This is going to be a nice counter. Anybody coming from that dining room, or you can get over here, catch people coming from people coming in from that wall run there. So make good use of that. We've also, let's see here, we've got this rock. Now this rock, not a lot of cover, like you can kind of strafe, catch people coming in the doorway here, but you can also kind of do those quick little peeks just to see if people are coming in, and then, you know, come over to the side, bam, 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 they're done. Done like dinner. Now, next spot, take advantage of the table here. You can kind of get behind the table, use it as a nice little head glitch. You can go prone, look underneath all the chairs. So, you know, that's just plain smart, to be perfectly honest. You're going to be really hard to see down here, so, you know, make good use of that. You can counter people coming through the door, or coming through that wall run over there. So, you know, put that to good use. Now, we also have this little table here in the office. This is pretty much your only protection for anybody boosting in through this window. Not a lot of protection, like you can kind of strafe around. One thing I like to do is kind of go prone. You can catch people through this little crack here, and as they come boosting in, you're a little hard to see, so, you know, put that to good use. Once again, we've got the window there that you can shoot people through, or use your EMPs. Now, you're going to see a lot of people just hanging out in here. I don't recommend it. You're pretty easy to kill out in the open. This is like grenade country, so I don't recommend hanging out in here too long. But if you are, you can kind of use the bed, catch people coming from B-Dom there. That's pretty much your only protection. I've also seen people kind of going prone, using anything to their advantage and just picking people off as they walk by. So watch out for them. Other than that, you know, that's pretty much all the lines of sight I know. We do have this little peeking spot here, so you can kind of look through the grate, see if anybody's coming from that A domination spot, or if you're on the other side here. Once again, you can kind of do the quick little peek, and you can also throw your stuns or your nades through there. So make good use of that instead of just coming around this corner and getting killed. Now we also have this little bar here, nice little head glitch counter. Capture points for B-Dom on either side of the planter here, probably your safest bets. You got this rock here, not as protective as you would like to think, but you'd be surprised. You can get some kills. But yeah, guys, like I said, that's pretty much all the lines of sight I know. They're all fairly obvious, pretty much. Like, there's nothing that's really remarkable about any of these lines of sight. It's all just about knowing your angles, and usually, like, if you can hang back, like, say, for instance, you're back here, right? And you got people coming through there, like, just hanging back here and taking out people by those barrels or that hole in the wall is a lot smarter than running right up here and trying to take them out. So my advice to, you on the Black Ops 3 killing fields is just hang back, take your time, let people come to you, use your headsets, everything, and you're going to do all right. But anyways, guys, that is all the lines of sight that I know on this map. If you know any lines of sight that I missed, be sure to let me know in the comment section below so I can do a revision video, make sure that everybody knows all the lines of sight, so that way you know where to look for those campers and things like that. If you have learned something new, be sure to click the like button, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Now, yeah. So, see, and that's all I know. Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Later, guys.